Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something different. I've never done a reaction video on my channel. It's not like I've been doing YouTube for like a while or anything. I'm like new to all this, but I wanted to give it a try. So the video that I'm gonna be reacting to is Popcorn's most recent video about his dad passing away. And so yeah, I think it's a really tragic thing to have a family member who's very close to you like pass away and you be there to like experience the whole thing and everything. And so I applaud him in a way for being very brave and open and having the courage to create a video like this. So yeah, let's get into the video.
Love you, man. What, this shit? Yo, what up? What'd you say you're gonna do right? What? Oh, my dad. That I'm gonna move, go to LA, do business school. I'm gonna come back. Yo, what's going on, Colonel fam? What's poppin'? Welcome back to the channel. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful and great day. You guys already know who it is. It's your boy Popcorn. And I know you guys haven't seen my face in quite a while. And in today's video, I'll kind of get into all that. Kind of let you guys know why I've been missing, where I've been. You know, what's new in my life. This is a life update. And yeah, I know it's not a video I ever thought that I would be making. It's never been a video that I ever hoped that I would make. But just because I'm telling you guys that, I still want you guys to watch it, because I'm definitely going to tell you guys some key things that I feel like will be very valuable, something you guys could take away from what I'm going to say. So first I'm going to get into 2019. My 2019 was a crazy year. You know what I mean? I met so many amazing new friends. You know, a lot of new things came into my life. I felt like everything was going great. You know what I'm saying? Work was going great. My relationship with my family, everything was just going solid, and I felt motivated more than ever. You know, and as time went on in my 2019, it started getting a little bit harder and harder and harder, and I, you know, had a little down. I had some falls. You know, I had some falls that I had to pick myself back up from, and you know, it was a year that I lost. I feel like I lost some. You know, I not only did I meet a lot of new people in 2019 and made a lot of new friends, I also lost some friends. And you know, but that's just life. You know, things happen. You know what I'm saying? And I always always have love for all my friends and everyone that I really care about. At some point in my life, they played a significant role. And I feel like people come into your life, you know, as a lesson, and also it's people come into your life to help you grow as a person. So anyway, that's kind of, a little bit of my 2019. Um, then 2020 began, and I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's a new year. I'm ready. I'm ready to get back on it. We kind of just finished Vlogmas. I wasn't all the way consistent on Vlogmas because during the month of December, I was definitely dealing with some stuff, family issues and things like that. Um, but 2020 came and I'm excited. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this is a new year. This is the year that I'm planning on, really working on my health 100%, really getting in shape. You know what I mean? Going hard with the YouTube and, making this my year because my dad and my mom and my family really wanted me to come back to Sacramento. And I wanted to stay in LA, and I kept telling my family, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna keep going. I want to give this, another shot. Just want a year. Just want a year to give it another shot. And, my family agreed. They're like, okay, it's, you have that year, and you either, make things happen, or you come back here to Sacramento and you're with us and you help us and you do, you're just around the family. And it's not like I didn't want to be around the family. I love my family. I always visited them. I always talked to them. Talked to my parents every single day. My dad, my mom. Talked to everybody every single day. Always checked up on them, made sure they're cool. But as as 2020 was starting, I'm like ready. I'm like, yo, okay, I'm about to make a significant, I'm about to make a significant change. I'm excited. Um, but before the new year even began, I was supposed to take a family trip with my dad, my mom, my sisters, and my grandparents, my dad's parents. And the day of my flight, which I think was the 27th of December, I couldn't find my passport, so I wasn't able to go on the trip. Um, they went to Dubai for a few, like I think like maybe actually like not a few days, like 5 days, and then after that trip to Dubai, they went to um, Sudan, Africa, which is where I'm from, and I told you I didn't go when they went on the 27th because I couldn't find my passport, but right away, I think like a few days later, or a day, or actually no, it was not a few days later, sorry. And after they, were in Dubai and got on their trip, in Dubai and had fun for those 5 days, and then when they got to Sudan, I think the next day my dad was hospitalized, and my sister films it. My sister FaceTimes me, and she shows me my dad's in the hospital, and I'm like, oh crap, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad's back, back in Africa. It's like a third world country, and I'm like, this is not good. So immediately I went to go get a passport. You know, and I booked a flight. I didn't get the passport for a few days, so I missed out on a few days. But as soon as I got my passport, I flew straight to Dubai. Um, Stayed there overnight because like you take a trip from San Francisco to Dubai, then from Dubai to Sudan. So I have to stay like overnight for like I don't know 7 8 hours. So stayed overnight, and then went straight to Africa, um, where I went to go see my father. Um, and I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering why was my father in the hospital. Well, my father for I don't know how long. I feel like he's had heart problems. My dad has had 2 heart attacks, had a stroke. Some of you guys that have been on the channel with me for a while have definitely known that. But for all the new people, a lot of you guys probably didn't know that. Um, but he's had 2 heart attacks, had a stroke, and part of his heart was dead. Um, in the moments that my dad had a heart attack, they found like arteries clogged and stuff. But they did surgery, and every time, he went into this surgery, He's always come out strong and better and ready to get back to work. And that's the thing I love about my dad. He's one of the most hardworking people I ever met in my life. Legit, one of the most hardworking people I ever met in my life. Um, but he got hospitalized again in Africa because you know he couldn't really breathe. Couldn't really breathe. He was having like chest pains and things like that. And before he actually got hospitalized, I remember my mom calling me. My mom telling me, you know what I mean, that before they took him to the hospital, my mom said that he fainted. He was sitting on the couch and he fainted, and as he faints, you know what I'm saying? Like he was not aware. My mom's like calling him. My mom's trying to get him up, and he's not getting up. And so my mom screams at the top of her lungs, calls for my grandparents, calls to whoever, trying to get help. Um, and obviously my grandparents came after a while. My mom ran to the street and found some people on the street and got her to come in and help her. Um, she thought that my dad's blood sugar was low, so she put, some sugar in his mouth, but that didn't work right away. Um, and then when she got the people from outside and she came back in, my dad kind of woke up, but my mom said he looked like crazy, crazy exhausted, and really, really tired and just like out of it. Um, and so they went to the hospital, and he was, in the hospital for like 10 days. 10 days, and he was having heart problems, and they found like three of his arteries were clogged again, like 99%. So he did a surgery on him. And after the surgery, he started feeling a little bit better, but he was breathing with this oxygen mask, and he couldn't really. The minute you take off the oxygen mask, he really couldn't breathe, and it was getting worse, and it was getting bad. And anyway, I get there. And when I get there, I go to the hospital the same day I see my dad, and I'm like, obviously, no one wants to see a family member in the hospital. And, my dad's there, and I see him, and, obviously I get really emotional, and I'm looking at him, and he sits there, and he was happy to see me. He was happy to see me, and he's trying to talk to me, and I'm telling him, Dad, don't really talk, as he has an oxygen mask, and I tell him, I'm like, yo, I didn't want him to get exhausted. Anyway, he holds my hand and grips really tight, and just tells me, he's like, Ali, make sure you pray. Make sure you're scared of God. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't do anything wrong, and you do good. And as he tells me this, he says something in Arabic. And in Arabic, it says he told me he's like al mut maktub, which means death is written. He said that to me. And obviously I told him, I said, no, Dad, you know what I mean? You'll get through this. You'll be strong. You'll be good. And anyway, 2-3 days later goes. My dad's kind of getting better. He's getting better, and he's telling my mom and telling the people that were there. Like, oh, hey, could you feed me this? Could you give me this? He loved watermelon. He wanted watermelon. He wanted grapes. and he's getting better. We're like, okay, just like 3 days, or whatever, and we'll be able to get out of here, and we'll be able to go back to the States immediately. And the people, obviously, I know everybody has a date, everybody has a time that's written for them, and everyone is not gonna live forever. We all have a day. But I truly feel like the hospital over there played a big part in what happened, and because of how non-professional they were very slow. I felt like they didn't give everything 110%, and they really didn't. It wasn't like America. It just wasn't like America. Um, but anyway, as whatever time goes, and they wanna take this oxygen mask off my dad and put this tube inside to his lungs to give him oxygen. And they said that if they do that, a lot of times people they get more relief and they're able to be better, they're able to breathe better. And because my dad was having such a hard time breathing, and the lady tells my mom, because my mom was in the hospital with my dad at this day, it's a different day, you know, she tells my mom to step out real quick and that they need to put this thing in. As they do that, a lady comes back and tells my mom, she's like his heart stopped for 10 minutes and came back and then stopped for 8 minutes. And they were obviously pushing and trying to get my dad's, you know, my dad's, you know, basically hitting his chest, trying to get him to breathe. I don't know what it's called, guys. I'm sorry, but lady comes, her mom, and lady tells my mom. My mom calls me and tells me that, and she's like, Ali, because I was at the house, I was at my grandparents' house with my grandpa. She's like, Ali, she's like, pray for your dad. And she told me what happened, and obviously I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. And then 15 minutes later, my mom calls me, and my mom tells me that my dad just passed away. And it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? He passed away on January 12th back home in Sudan. My mom said that he was really happy. He was happy to be with his parents. He was happy to be with his kids, my mom, on this trip. This would be a short trip, 10, 12 days, and then come back. My mom said he was very happy. And it's just really, really sad. And I still can't believe it. And it hits me in like increments. You know what I mean? It hits me in increments. 1 second I'll be kind of fine and not really think about it, and next thing you know, it just hits me. The most randomest times. And I was so upset, I was so angry, I was so mad, I was so sad, I felt every emotion. And but if it wasn't for my strong family back home and my family support, I don't think I would have been able to get through it the way I have been. They've been there for me a lot, and there've been people here back in the States too that have been there for me, that have made me, have made this process easier for me, and have made me feel a little bit better. And You know, everything happens for a reason in life, and you know, this is not something that I could be mad about. It's not something I could be upset, but I can't be mad about, because this is, you know, this is what God wanted. This is this was that was my dad's time, and I'm here to continue his legacy and be the man now. It's only me, my mom, my sisters, and you know, I'm the only boy, so I basically have to become the man in the house. I have to become the man. Um, so that being said, obviously I'm gonna be moving out of LA. I am moving back to Sacramento, and I'm gonna be there for my family, and be there for my mom, and be there for my sisters, and really grind and help them out as much as I can. And even with YouTube, um, you know, my dad loved my YouTube channel. He was legit my number one fan. I used to watch every single video, and always my family used to always FaceTime me, my dad watching my videos, and him watching my videos. And so I remember him calling me and being mad, like, I leave, you know, why didn't you post a video? You know, why are you not posting a video? You gotta post a video. Don't let down your fans. They love you. He always was, you know, really pushing me, and he was definitely him. He was definitely my number one supporter. And even though my father is not here, he'll always be, you know, looking at me. You know, I pray that he's in the highest level of Jannah, which is heaven. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know he's a great man. So many people were praying for him. So many people had so many kind words and great words to say about my father. My dad helped out so many people. So many people. Such a great, kind, humble, hardworking person. I told you, he's one of the most hardworking people I've ever seen. And the way he carries himself is, I've never seen anyone carry themselves like that.
Alright guys, that is it for the video. I was like pretty much silent throughout the whole video, but you know, it's just a very touching video. It's very emotional. I'll link the whole video. I'll put the link to the video in my descriptions down below, so like in case you want to watch it on your own, you can go ahead and do that. Also, it's not like I have a very large, you know, population of people watching me, but whoever it is, just I highly suggest you go check out Popcorn's channel. It's called Iampopcorn, and you know, subscribe to his channel, watch his videos, you know, support him, because people need support in times like these. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Basically, I'm gonna start uploading more, I guess. I kind of suck at doing these outros, so I don't know what else to say, but I guess if you enjoyed this, you could be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.